Hello everyone, it's Amy. How are you? I just cleared off my desk trying to find where I can have some comments on my Facebook page. Trying to see where it tells me I'm live. You know how that is. Here we are. Have some comments. There, got that off. So now I can see comments. How is everyone? I'm sorry I have been missing in action. We had the North Carolina demos meeting. Oh, and let me get this off of here. Let's see. There we go. Had to make an adjustment there. So, how is everyone? We had our meeting last Saturday. I did not attend. I had issues here at home, not being able to get critter sitters, which is always a big problem. We were supposed to have bad weather, which we didn't, which was really nice. I actually stayed home the whole time because, you know, my husband went with the daughter and I stayed with the puppies. So, but the next quarterly meeting is coming up in October, I think Jennifer said. So I plan on attending that one. It's only 30 minutes away from home and not 3 hours, and I have to spend the night and leave the dogs overnight, and you know, that's just not good. I like my medication. It keeps me alive. So yeah, enough said about that. I'm over it. I'm done with the North Carolina demo quarterly, and it's good. I don't have to do another one. We may do another one in a year. Don't know. I don't know that I'll be involved. But how is everyone? I have had so much fun being able to play, and I've just kind of given up on always focusing on Stampin' Up, which I love. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but you can't always get the products you need. So I'm just kind of going a little of everywhere. I know if you saw my post today, let me get the card so you can see it. My post that went out today was a mix of Stampin' Up and other stuff. So I'm going to flip you over, let you take a good close look at that in live, and I'm going to show you a quick little watercolor technique, so that way I can show you something cool. And that one is always Stampin' Up. If you're here, please give me a shout out, like me, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're visiting this in the rebroadcast. So y'all, I'm going to flip you over and we'll get to it. As soon as I find the window. There we go. Now you can see. This is the card that went out today. And it's really hard to show you. But look at that foil, how shimmery and pretty it is. This is so fun. I like this. And then we have this one, which is, if you look at the paper really close, it has the lines in it. It is part of our Peaceful Prints from the celebration, and if you order $50 worth of product, you can get this. Okay, good. I'm just checking and making sure the microphone's working because I have no comments or anything yet. But you can get this paper for free if you order $50 worth of product. And here's the other one. This one, if you look closely, has like a snowflake or some sort of star theme in the background, and it just adds to the dimension of that foil, and it looks really great. The stamp set that I use for the sentiments are Holly Jolly Wishes, I believe, and the snowflakes here that are done with deco. Let's see where I put it. I try putting things away, and this is the deco foil transfer, where you just need to use a embossing machine to put this on. So I use the stencils, the Adorn decorative stencils. And they're wonderful. I think they're great. So that's what I did with these, and they just came out super cute. The information is on my blog, so you can actually see how to do this and what tools I used to make this. Again, I used this and some regular deco foil to put the snowflakes on. Everything else is Stampin' Up. You can find it in our catalog, our new annual, or our new mini catalog. It'll be this catalog, and the paper is in the mini in this one. So I can't show you the insides until the 3rd of August. So On the 3rd of August, I'll go through and we'll talk about the entire catalog. So let me put that out of the way. What I wanted to show you today was how to make a shadowing technique. Get these out of our way. If you'll look at this card, you see how you've got the watercolor mark right here? And look how beautiful that is. That is just, I thought that came out so stunning. And then I did the black, and I was kind of like, needs a little more. I actually think I would probably not do the black and do it a little bolder. So I'm going to try it with some different colors today. But all of this is in our Nature's Harvest suite. This is the lacy ribbon. I've colored it with mossy meadow blends. This is just some Calypso coral or pale papaya. And it's rubbed with some Calypso coral to kind of make it blend better. Pale papaya, Calypso coral, and granny apple green here at the bottom. And this is the colors I used. And I just stamped with water, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So let me put this down, and we will get started. I just have a plain old piece of basic white cardstock. These are my color choices today. I'm going to try to stick with the colors that are in the suite, which are Misty Moonlight, Cajun Craze, Bumblebee, Crumb Cake, and Soft Succulent. Now, if we did a scenery card, this would kind of be the way it would go, you know. Actually, the ground would be first, dirt, and then grass. So it would be dirt, grass, sun, sunset, dark. So I'm going to try that. I don't know that I'm going to put all these colors on there. I haven't decided. I might just do a shading of the Misty Moonlight at the top and then put the rest of the colors on. We'll see how it looks. Not sure I'm going to like it. We're going to get out, I'm going to probably use a sponge if I can find one. If not, we'll use my blending brushes. I also like the brayer tools to do this because it's really hard for me to get all of the color in the middle. If you look at this one, I had a hard time getting all that color in the middle without it being splotchy. I thought it was splotchy. We'll see. So I've got a bunch of blending brushes. I bought 2 packs when they were available, and they're not available now. I'm sorry. But they are available in other places, and they come, I've got other ones that are like this, nice and small for those little intricate places. If you're here, please leave me a comment and let me know that you're here so I can acknowledge you and say hi. There we go. All right, let's get started. I'm going to turn this to the side, and I'm going to start with the crumb cake all the way on the bottom. Open, and we're just going to take our blending brush. I'm going to go ahead and use those because that's what I have in my hand, and I'm going on top of a piece of cardstock. Probably should get a clean one so that way none of this ink ends up in my project. So let's see here. I've got these right here. Just have to flip through here and find them. Here they are. Whole pack of these. These are nice. I love these better than I do the big ones that we have. The grid paper, I like these much better because I use my Stamparatus more often than not. Okay, so we're just going to come in here and we're going to blend a little of this color in here. I wanted to show you how to do the foil transfer today. That's on the blog, but it takes an hour almost to dry before you can actually put the foil on. So it's like, well, that's not going to help. So I will do that one for you, but I will have to do it in a video and then just pop it up for you so you can see how to do it. Because, you know, it takes too long. Y'all don't want to sit here with me for an hour and just talk. I mean, maybe you do. I don't know. All right, I've got a little crumb cake down here on the bottom. I'm not looking for a lot. Just want to give it a nice shading of dirt, you know. Okay. I'm going to take this off because I'm going to try to use all 4 of these colors. And then we're going to go to Soft Succulent. And I am going to switch my brush. Actually, the light green. This would be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. And then you do the same thing. See, this is where I have all my troubles. Is trying to put this in. I get all these blotchy spots. You're supposed to come off your paper, and I do. But I can never seem to get enough in the middle. So I don't know. I guess that's just how I do it, and it's always going to be that way. It takes me forever to get a lot of color in that middle. You're just going to keep doing this with your colors till you get it as colored as you would like it. Now I want the high up here where the flower is going to be. I want it to be nice and bold. That's when I would probably use a brayer. A brayer would be fun. Be quick. It would be easy, so then you've got lots of saturated color. This is great for a soft, blendy kind of thing. And see, I've almost all went over all of this, so I may want to go back with my crumb cake. Can you see that? See, put that right up in the camera so you can see, and then the glare doesn't make it any better. So, just keep putting a little more on here. And again, if you're here and you're visiting, please say hello so I can say hi. If you've not liked or shared my posts, please do so. All right, and we're going to move on to some bumblebee. Now the bumblebee, I definitely want to switch my brush. And we've got our bumblebee on here. And I'm going to do just like I did before. I'm actually going to swap sides here so not pull any of this color in. Start from the side off and then rub it on. And you see how I got that splotchy because I didn't drop it off enough. And so you're going to just keep going. La 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 la, color, color, color. And just keep adding that color. Let's see, we have one more that we absolutely have to get on here. So I'm going to make this one kind of a lot. And see how the way I've done it is my sides are really bold and my center is not so bold. So I'm going to actually try to come right in the middle and make it a little bolder. It's not suggested that you do that. But because I end up with, if anybody out there is watching me and has a better way to get this on here without making it so splotchy in spots, hey, I'm all for it. Let me know. 'Cause I would love to learn how to do that. All right, there we go. And that's enough. And I'm going to go ahead and do the Cajun Craze, and I can use the same blending because it is a lighter color going into a darker. Now I'm going to flip because I'm going to just do very little of the blue, and then I'm just going to come right in. I think the trick is to not stop in the middle like I did here to turn around. To go all the way across, and it's okay if you kind of blend it into that bumblebee color. It works. And I'm just really trying to get this saturated with this. This is one of those things I would rather do this. Taking my sponge brayer, which we do not sell anymore. You can use any kind of brayer that you have. And I would love to go like this. Just go rolling right over it. It saturates the color so much better. And then take my blender and blend out all of those little flecks that the sponge brayer gives you. But it definitely gives that line, that hard line that I was not looking for. But you know, this is one of those things I just come and I play when I'm with you guys. I don't always have a genuine idea of what I want to do, just an idea, and I come work with it. So we still have that high straight line. It's okay. Can't spend all day trying to fix it because then what would be the fun of that? Y'all wouldn't get to see anything fun. Now I'm going to take the Misty Moonlight. That's the last color we have of this DSP that's in this suite, and I'm just going to take a little of it, and I'm literally just going to do the edges right here on this tip. So we just have a dark color right here, and it can blend in. And notice I'm coming off and I'm going right in. And my page went away with my live, so I can't see your comments anymore. Oh no, that's not good. If you're here, please leave me a comment. Let me know you're here. I know I keep saying it, but people keep coming in and out and they're not saying anything. And I love to know when somebody's here watching and visiting. Makes me happy. All right, I got a little bit of this blue on here just to give it a, you know, nighttime feel as well. And I just don't think it's dark enough. That's a personal thing. So I'm gonna take my paper and I'm gonna rub the edges because I like it dark. And then I'm gonna bring in my brush, soften those streaks. Still didn't look all that good. I'm gonna come back in with this Cajun Craze. And remember which brush I used. And just blend that right there. Just put a little extra. So that gives a lot of color. And I'm gonna come back in and put a little more crumb cake in. I need another brush though, because I put the green on my brush. All right, and here's another one. Trying to keep it from getting all these colors in here. My air conditioner's making funny noises in here. Okay, so there we go. That kind of looks like a sunset. Maybe, maybe not. We could put a little sun in there. It would look kind of cool. But I'm going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to show you the really cool thing that I did on that card. Grab the stamp set. And this is the Nature Harvest stamp set. And we're going to use the coneflower. The beautiful thing about this set is if you don't want to use the flowers, you can use the die cuts. And the die cuts make some incredible images. Like we've got this one, I colored this one. I colored this one. I don't like the way it's colored, so I didn't use it. But, you know, it's got this, it embossed, see all those little dark pieces? It embosses that in there. And then we've got these, which is pretty little flowers. Some strings there. And we've got one that does some branches too, and it looks really cool. I've used that one before as well. But I'm going to use stamps on this one. I'm going to take this big coneflower and we're going to stamp it. And we're stamping it with water. You could do this in several different ways. Where's my spritzer bottle? Just had it out here. I left it specifically out for us. And here it is. Gotta make sure it's the one that says water because I have one that has alcohol in it too. Okay, so we're going to take this. If you have a baby wipe and you want to use that baby wipe, that is perfectly fine. You would take your baby wipe and just dip it in and stamp. But since I don't have a baby wipe and I've done this with other things, and no, this is not watercolor paper. The other tricks that I have done have been with watercolor paper. We're not doing that today. We're just going to give it a little shadow. So I'm going to spray water on my stamp. As soon as I figure out which way the spray is going. Give it a couple of spritzes. See my spritzing water on there? And I'm literally going to come in here and just, I'm going to make this the focal. Put it down, wait a few seconds. You don't want to leave it too long like you would normally. But I want to leave it long enough that that ink is going to get picked up. So you see it softening up. And then I'm going to take a paper towel and just dry it off. And it pulls up that ink, makes it a little lighter, and you can see the shadow in it. You could leave it longer to give it more white. You could spray it longer and it would give it more. But this is really rich and dark, so you won't see a whole lot of it there. But look at that. Isn't that cool? Probably would have looked better in these lighter colors, but I love doing it with the variation of colors so I can see how it will look later. And I'm going to go ahead and do this again in another spot so we can get different ideas. And whichever spot you want to be the most focal point, you would make sure you have enough water on that. So we're just going to bring this over here and hold it for a few seconds. La 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 la. Let the water do its thing for a minute. And then come suck off the color and the water. So that way it gives that dimensional look. It looks great. I think it's beautiful. I would probably not do the Calypso Coral again or the Cajun Craze. I would probably do a different color. I think it looks better like this in lighter colors. And I'm going to do it again over here. So we'll just go right here. And this one really went crazy and kind of didn't even give you your details, which is okay. So there you go. I mean, I'm not sure how much you can see with all this light in here. Turn more lighting on, see if that'll help. Can you see it better now? Trying to see what you see. Okay. So there you go. There's 3 different little stamps, and you could then trim this down and make this a regular card. That was what I wanted to show you. It's a quick little tip to give you that background, that kind of a shadowing. So now when I go and put my die cut image, which I have one already die cut, as soon as I can find it. Right here it is. I have this one stamped and die cut. I could just pop this right on top and it would give it a background shadowing. See? There you go. That's all I got for you today. Let me put my ugly mug back on. Again, if you were here and you watched, like my page, like the comment, the video, anything is great. I need to get my subscribers up on YouTube so I can eventually be monetized, which would be awesome. But, you know, little steps, baby steps. So I hope y'all had a good day. I hope you learned something a little different. I know this isn't anything really new, but it's cool. I thought it was cool. I was just like, that's really pretty. So I'm going to keep playing with this, and y'all have a great day. Enjoy your afternoon. I'm hoping to be back Saturday. If I am, I will try to set up a little gloss before I come on, so that way you guys can see how to do that foiling. The foiling is really awesome. I really am in love with it. We've got a couple of other new texture pieces that come with the adorned, let's see, where are they? The adorned decorative mass. There's of course the snowflake one, which you all have seen. And then there is, that's the old, there's this one, which is kind of like diamonds all over the place. Then we have one that makes candy cane stripes, which is kind of cool as well. And those are the old. So it is this one. I don't know what kind of shape this is, but it's cool. So there's those. Those 4 come in with the pack for $8 and the new mini that comes out on August 3rd. Y'all have a wonderful day. Hopefully I'll see you on Saturday. I gotta quit making promises that I can't keep. So hopefully I'm gonna keep doing Thursdays and Saturdays. It's when Pops is not working, so, but he always ends up saying, let's go do something. So, you know, how am I to say no with my husband? We don't get a whole lot of time together, and we definitely don't get time to spend with the kids much these days. So y'all have a blessed day. See you next time. Bye, y'all.